Hello Techies, welcome back to another enlightening episode of Tech Time with Thomas. I'm your host, Thomas the Tech Guy, and today we are diving deep into a topic that's both foundational and transformative in the world of tech, databases. Now I know what you're thinking. Databases have been around for ages, right? But as with everything in technology, they have evolved, adapted, and expanded in ways that are reshaping how businesses operate. From the structured, time-tested world of SQL to the dynamic, adaptable terrains of NoSQL and the vast, limitless horizons of cloud databases, there is a lot to unpack. So, whether you're an executive making pivotal tech decisions or just someone curious about the digital backbone of modern applications, this episode promises insights, clarity, and a fresh perspective. Let's embark on this journey together and demystify the world of databases. All right, techies, let's kick things off by diving into SQL databases. Now, for those unfamiliar, SQL stands for Structured Query Language, and it's been the go-to for database interactions for decades. Let's take a step back in time. SQL databases, often known as relational databases, began their journey in the 1970s. Their primary role, managing vast amounts of structured data, and trust me, they've been acing it. Picture a massive digital spreadsheet for a moment. In SQL databases, data finds its place in tables, much like the rows and columns of that spreadsheet. Each row, that's a unique record, and the columns, they represent specific attributes. Now, the relational part is fascinating. These databases can recognize and search relationship between tables. Think of an e-commerce setup. One table might be for customers, another for orders. SQL databases effortlessly link, let's say, a customer to all their purchases. Okay, here's something distinctive about SQL databases: their fixed schema. Before you even think of adding data, you've got to define its structure. It's like setting the rules of the game, specifying what fields you will store and the type of data each will hold. Ever heard of the term ACID in databases? It stands for atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. In layman's terms, it's all about ensuring reliable transaction processing. Imagine shopping online. You would want that transaction to be foolproof, right? That is ACID for you. Over time, some SQL databases have become household names in the tech world. Names like MySQL, Oracle, or Microsoft SQL Server might ring a bell. These giants are just a few examples of SQL databases that have left their mark. So think of SQL databases as the organized, reliable librarians of the digital realm. But as we know, the tech world is ever evolving, and that brings us to the intriguing world of NoSQL databases. But let's save that for a bit later. After talking about the structured world of SQL databases, let's explore NoSQL databases. Now, NoSQL might sound like it's again SQL, but it's actually short for not only SQL, which means it's more flexible. The cool thing about NoSQL databases is they aren't stuck with the usual table structure like SQL. They can handle different data models like document, key value, columnar, and graph. This makes them great for managing stuff like social media posts or game data. You might be wondering, with all this data, how do these databases handle growth? Well, that's where NoSQL shines. Instead of just adding more power to a single server, like SQL databases, NoSQL databases just add more servers. It's like adding extra lanes to a busy road. And with all this adaptability, there is something unique about how they structure data. Unlike SQL databases, NoSQL ones don't need a fixed layout. You can add new data field whenever you want, which is super handy for fast-paced project. Let's dive deeper into the different types of NoSQL databases. First up, document databases. They store data in documents, often in formats like JSON. MongoDB is a big name here. Next, key value stores. Here, data is stored as pairs of keys and values. DynamoDB is a good example. Then, columnar databases. They store data in columns. Think of Cassandra and HBase. And lastly, graph databases. They store data as nodes and their connections. Neo4j is a popular one. Speaking of fast data access, there's one tool we should mention. That's Redis. It's super fast and is mostly used as a cache. While it can work like any key-value database, it's best known for making applications quicker by caching data. To wrap it up, NoSQL databases bring a fresh, adaptable way to manage data. They are the modern architects of the digital world, always ready to adapt and grow. But like everything else, they have their pros and cons, which we will get into next. Alright folks, let's dive into the world of databases. We have explored SQL and NoSQL individually, but how do they stack up against each other? Let's break it down. Starting with the tried and true, let's delve into the strengths of SQL databases. SQL databases are like a meticulously organized library. Data is neatly categorized into tables, rows, and columns. This structure ensures data integrity and consistency. Speaking of integrity, SQL databases follow ACID properties. This means that your data transactions are atomic, consistent, isolated, and durable. In simpler terms, they are rock solid when it comes to ensuring data reliability. Having been around for decades, SQL databases come with a rich ecosystem. There's a wealth of resources, community support, tools, and best practices available. SQL databases excel in handling complex queries. If you need to perform intricate data analytics or join multiple tables, SQL is your best bet. But no system is without its challenges. Let's look at where SQL may require some extra consideration. Scaling SQL databases can be challenging. They typically scale vertically, which means adding more power to the existing server. This can become expensive and limiting. SQL databases require a predefined schema. Making changes down the line can be cumbersome and might disrupt existing operations. For very large data sets, SQL databases might not be as fast as some NoSQL counterparts, especially when it comes to write-heavy operations. Okay, switching gears. Now let's dive into the dynamic world of NoSQL databases. NoSQL databases are incredibly adaptable. They can handle evolving data structures without needing a predefined schema. This makes them a favorite for startups and agile projects. Scaling is a breeze with NoSQL. They scale out by adding more servers to the system, making it easier to handle large volumes of data. NoSQL databases can handle a variety of data types, from documents to key values, columns, and even graphs. Many NoSQL databases are optimized for quick reads and writes, making them suitable for real-time applications. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows in the NoSQL world. To achieve their speed and scalability, some NoSQL databases might compromise on data consistency, at least temporarily. Being newer, they might not have as many mature tools, best practices, or community support as SQL databases. While they are fast, NoSQL databases aren't always the best for complex queries, especially if you need to join data from multiple sources. The bottom line, both SQL and NoSQL databases have their place. It's all about picking the right tool for the job. Think of them as different instruments in an orchestra. Each has its unique sound, but together they create symphony. So diving deeper into our database chat, where do SQL and NoSQL really shine in the real world? Let's break it down. Let's kick things off with SQL. It's been around for a while, and there is a reason for that. First up, think about banking systems. Every transaction, every penny has to be spot on. That's where SQL comes in with its ACID properties, ensuring everything is accurate. But it's not just about banking. Have you ever shopped online? Those online stores with their inventory, customer data, and order details often lean on SQL. It's all about keeping things tidy and consistent. Now, when businesses require a holistic view of their operations, where do they turn? Well, many lean on SQL databases. They form the backbone of numerous enterprise resource planning systems, seamlessly integrating various processes. And speaking of managing relationships, CRMs, which manage interactions with the customers, rely on SQL to keep things structured and organized. Now, on the flip side, there is NoSQL. It's dynamic, it's versatile. Let's see where it fits best. Starting with the document databases, which are quite popular, think of your favorite blog or news site. The articles, comments, and user profiles. They could very well be stored in a document database, each as its own unique document. Then we have key value stores, simple yet powerful. Ever added items to your online shopping cart and return later to find them still there? Key value stores make that magic happen, associating your sessions with your cart's contents. Columnar databases are next on our list, especially known for their analytical prowess. Imagine a retailer analyzing purchase patterns across millions of transactions. They might want to quickly pull data on all purchases of a specific product without caring about other details. Columnar databases shine in such scenarios. Lastly, we have graph databases, the relationship expert of the database world. Ever wondered how social media platforms such as Friends or Connections? Graph databases play a pivotal role, mapping out intricate networks of relationships and making sense of them. So there you have it, SQL or NoSQL. It's like comparing a classic novel to a choose-your-own-adventure book. The classic novel, like SQL, has a structured, predefined path. On the other hand, the choose-your-own-adventure book, like NoSQL, offers flexibility, allowing you to jump around and choose different paths. Both have their value and charm. It just depends on what you're in the mood for. Let's transition into an area that's been a game changer in recent years, cloud databases. It's like taking the robustness of databases and merging it with the vast expanse and capabilities of the cloud. So, diving right in, what exactly is a cloud database? Simply put, it's a database service built and accessed through a cloud platform. Instead of the traditional approach of buying, setting up, and managing your own hardware and software, you essentially rent it. Why the shift to the cloud, you might wonder? Let's break down the reasons. First on the list is scalability. Cloud databases allow you to scale resources up or down based on your need. A sudden spike in traffic, the cloud is poised to handle it. Then there is the matter of cost. Instead of hefty upfront expenses for hardware and software, you adopt a pay-as-you-go model. It's akin to transitioning from owning a car to using a rideshare service. The cloud also paves the way for rapid innovation. Businesses can experiment, iterate, and deploy new features faster than ever before. Discussing cloud databases, several major players come to mind. AWS, for instance, offers services like Amazon RDS and DynamoDB. Then there is Google with solutions like Cloud SQL and Firestore. Microsoft Azure isn't far behind with its suite of database services. And let's not forget Snowflake. Its unique architecture, which separates computing from storage, offers seamless scalability. Plus, its platform-agnostic nature ensures it integrates well, be it with AWS, Google Cloud, or Azure. But before you dive headfirst into the cloud, there are some considerations to ponder. Security is paramount. Ensure your chosen provider meets your security benchmarks. While the cloud can be cost-effective, the migration process might carry its own cost. And then there is integration. It's crucial to ensure the cloud database meshes well with your current systems. To wrap up this segment, cloud databases are indeed reshaping how businesses approach data storage and management. They're setting new standards and opening doors to innovative possibilities. Now that we have explored the vast world of databases, from the traditional SQL to the dynamic NoSQL, and even ventured into the cloud, you might be wondering, how do I choose the right database for my needs? Well, it's not a one-size-fits-all answer. Let's delve into the key factors that can guide your decision. First and foremost, think about your data. Is it structured like rows and columns in a spreadsheet, or is it more varied like dynamic? The nature of your data can significantly influence your database choice. Next, consider scalability. If you're a startup, you might be expecting rapid growth, or perhaps you're an established business with predictable data needs. Your scalability requirements can point you towards a specific database solution. Here's a term you might have heard, the CAP theorem. In a nutshell, it states that the databases can offer consistency, availability, and partition tolerance, but not all three at once. So ask yourself, is it more crucial for your data to be consistent across all nodes, or for your database to always be available? Budget is always a factor, isn't it? Setting up and maintaining a database isn't free. And while some options might seem cost-effective initially, they could become pricier as you scale. It's essential to factor in both immediate and future costs. Think about your current tech stack. Will the new database play nicely with your existing systems? Seamless integration can save you a lot of headaches down the road. Data breaches are, unfortunately, a reality in today's digital age. Prioritize security, and if you're in a regulated industry, ensure your database choice aligns with compliance standards. Lastly, think about the future. Technology evolves rapidly. Choose a database that's adaptable and can cater to your future needs, not just your current ones. In essence, choosing a database is a strategic decision. It's about understanding your needs, anticipating future challenges, and making an informed choice that aligns with your business goals. Remember, the right database can be a game changer, propelling your business to new heights. Having chosen the right database for your needs is just the beginning. Now comes the crucial part, implementation and ongoing maintenance. Let's dive into the best practices to ensure your database runs smoothly and securely. Starting on the right foot is essential. Proper configuration during the initial setup can save you from many future headaches. It's worth investing time here, ensuring everything is optimized for your specific needs. I can't stress this enough. Back up your data regularly. It's your safety net. Whether it's human error, system failure, or any unforeseen event, having a recent backup can be a lifesaver. In today's digital age, security is paramount. Not all data might need encryption, but it's crucial for security information like personal details or financial records. Ensure you have strict user access controls in place and conduct regular security audits. Being proactive in your security measures can prevent many potential issues down the line. A sluggish database can be a bottleneck. Regularly monitor performance metrics and make necessary adjustments. There are fantastic tools out there that can assist in optimizing database performance. Stay in the know, set up real-time monitoring and alerts. This way, you are immediately informed of any anomalies or potential issues, allowing for swift action. Just like any software, databases receive updates and patches. Ensure you're always using the latest version. It not only enhances security, but often brings performance improvements. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Have a robust disaster recovery plan in place. It's about ensuring that in the face of adversity, you can recover data and restore operations with minimal disruption. Managing a database is an ongoing commitment, but with the right practices in place, it becomes a smooth process, ensuring your data is always accessible, secure, and serving its purpose effectively. As we come to the close of this episode, let's take a moment to reflect on what we have delved into today. We embarked on a journey through the intricate world of databases, from the structured realms of SQL to the dynamic landscape of NoSQL and the expansive possibilities of cloud databases. For our tech leaders, understanding these database dynamics is more than just technical knowledge. It's about recognizing the tools and strategies that can drive your organization's digital transformation. The insights we have shared today aim to empower you to make informed decisions, ensuring that your tech infrastructure aligns with your strategic goals and vision. In a world where data is the new oil, leveraging the right database solutions can be the difference between merely keeping up and truly innovating. To all our CTOs and senior leaders, I hope this episode serves as a guide, helping you navigate the complexities of database selection and management with confidence. Thank you for dedicating your time with TechTime with Thomas. Remember, in the fast-paced world of technology, staying informed is the key to leadership and innovation. Until our next deep dive, keep pushing boundaries and leading with purpose. Take care and see you soon.